Excuse me.
What?
46?
Yeah?
Let me
Why?
Let me hold my jaws.
You think it should be higher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi, welcome back to Nerd Shelves. I'm Judy.
And I'm Michael.
We're back for our top 100 board games of all time.
Yes.
Today we're going to talk about 41 to 50.
41 to 50. We are in the top 50.
It's getting intense.
It's getting intense.
Yeah, so let's start with number 50.
Cool.
Okay, so shall I start?
Sure.
Good, because I might forget.
Okay.
My number 50 is Nocturne.
Oh!
Nocturne is published by Flat Out Games, and it is very interesting games. So basically, we are casting spells in this game. It's bidding for tiles and add it to your collection to get points.
Yeah.
This is not just the regular bidding you've seen before, how you just bid on one item and then get it or not.
Yeah.
You have to go orthogonal and then go all the way to the end and bid the last one.
Right.
To get that one.
So if you put one of your bidding tokens on one tile, you're not bidding for that tile because the person has to put a bidding token on a tile beside it, and then they're going for that one, and then the next person might be going for that one, and then the next, and
it's hard to guess where the line is going. It might not go the one you wanted, so it's very interesting.
It is the most unique bidding mechanism I have ever seen in an auction game.
Yes, and not just that. So the number you can bid is from 1 to 7, and there is a start token which is secured. No one can beat the star token.
Yeah, the star. Yeah.
That is really fun too.
Well, you can get higher than 7 because in the next round, any tokens you have left over that you haven't used, you can upgrade for higher ones. Yeah. It's good. It's cool.
It's really cool.
And then it's just set collection after that. So that's pretty basic. It's that auction, that bidding mechanic that makes it stand out.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it up your alley because you like bidding games and those
you're going to find in my top 50 a lot of them have some sort of bidding or auction mechanic, and I think it's kind of that poker player in me because I played a lot of poker. I just love that, trying to outbid the other player, and I love twists on that.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Totally.
So that is my 50. What is yours?
Very cool. Very, very cool. Good game. My number 50 is a game called Evolution. It's pretty great. Yeah. It's actually Evolution Climate.
I was going to say there are many of them.
There's a couple different ones, So the main reason why this is in my top 50 now, I was going to say top 100, but top 50 as number 50 is it is probably the most thematic game I have ever played, in that you are making your species of whichever animals you have evolve based on the environment that is played out in front of you on your board.
Yeah.
So you're changing all the characteristics to your species, and they are adapting to the environment just like in real life.
In real life, yes. That's really cool.
I have never played a game that I have felt so immersed into the theme before, about giving my species characteristics based on how the different food sources are, and the climate and the weather and the predators and all of the other things that are coming out in the game. You are literally evolving your species to adapt, and whoever can evolve the best wins the game. Yeah. It's so thematic. It's fantastic. The nerd in me and I love it. I really, really, really like that game. Yeah.
The art is pretty good too.
Art
the way
is
they
very
did
cool.
it, so beautiful.
Now, a word of warning, I have played this with somebody and some people that even at the end of the game, they literally said, I still don't really know how to play it. I mean, it can be a little bit complex. But it's the nerd in me. I love that game a lot.
Tickle that spot. Eh?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So that's my number 50. Yep.
That's awesome. Going up to 49.
Yes.
It is well-known Calico.
Oh, yeah. Good game.
Another Flat Out Games. I just really enjoyed the games.
I'm actually surprised this is only 49 on your list. I thought it would be much higher.
Yeah, so there has been many more games that we play more often.
It's in your top 50, so...
Yeah. So Calico, a lot of you might know, it's cats and quilting, blankets. So there are two main mechanisms in here is you are trying to finish the objective by either complete the pattern or the color. And there are different cards that shows you what objective it requires.
Right, and it changes every game.
Yeah, so you either go with the color or the pattern. But it's not that easy because at the center of the board, there's three other objectives as well.
By surrounding it.
Yeah, and that gives you either you complete the objective of color or pattern or both, and it is brain burning. It's very challenging in a very good way. I love it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my brain has been broken so many times in that game.
It's very easy and it looks so cute. I love it.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, simple as that. That's Calico.
Yeah, totally. Good one. Great tile laying game. Awesome. Okay. Aha! My number 49 is Railways of the World.
Not surprised.
Train games. I do like train games. So Railways of the World is one of my favorite train games. And you are railway tycoons, and basically you are trying to build your empire, but the main objective of it is it's a pickup and delivery. So there are all these different colored cubes on the board that you are trying to get them from one city to another city. And the cubes aren't yours based on your color. They're available to everybody.
Okay.
But it's just your basic pickup and delivery railway game, and you have to get bonds, which are like debts that you need to start the game, but then they kind of punish you throughout the game. And it hits that sweet spot for me. And it's about trains, it's pickup and delivery, it's puzzly. You're building, literally, it's an engine builder. Like, you're building your empire.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, well, if anybody knows me, I love those types of games.
Yeah. I totally get it.
And these events come out. You can get these other cards that, it's just a really, really good game.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Railways
All of you train game lovers, check it out, definitely.
And there's so many different maps and different things you can get for it as well. So it depends. My friend owns it and owns a couple of different maps depending on how many players there are. Some maps are better than others, and it's just a good, solid game.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. So going up to 48, Hanamikoji Geisha's Road.
Oh yeah.
This is 2 players only.
Yes.
So there's a rundown, and you're going to build a prestige.
Wait, Hanamikoji Geisha's Road.
Yes.
Not Hanamikoji.
Not Hanamikoji.
Okay, gotcha.
Hanamikoji is just the card game, but Hanamikoji Geisha's Road
sequel.
It's got a rundown.
Okay, yeah.
And there are different tea house. So you're building your prestige by performing in those different tea houses.
Right.
And it's very interesting.
Yeah. Hanamikoji, the original, is very simple. It's just
cards.
Gain the favor of the geishas in front of you. But this one has the tea houses. Oh, yeah.
A little more, not complex. I won't say complex because it's very easy to play. But yeah,
but
same fun.
More complex than the original because the original was very, very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
48.
Cool. Very cool.
What is yours?
Okay, my number 48 is, funny thing. It has another auction mechanic in it. Isle of Skye, from Chieftain to King. Isle of Skye, yeah. So this game is, how can you describe it? If you took something like Carcassonne,
okay,
where you're building a path with your tiles on the table, and they've got all these different elements that can score throughout the game, but they all score differently throughout different games because different scoring cards come out, and it depends on which ones come out is what's going to score in that game. But what makes this game for me is the auction.
The auction, of course.
Of course. So how that works is everybody has a little board in front of them to hide their 3 tiles that they get at the beginning of the round.
Yes.
Okay? So nobody else can see. You've got money in your hand, and you hide the money in your hand. And you're going to put what you think those tiles are worth with money on those tiles. Okay? And then when you lift up the board, and then you've got the tiles showing, and then everybody has to bid on them. Okay? And if what you are setting the worth of that tile, if you're going to be receiving money if they can outbid you.
Okay.
But if nobody outbids you on that tile, you keep that tile, and you have to pay that money that you put on it.
Mhm.
But you're also bidding for other people's tiles around the
You're
board.
gonna run out of money soon.
Well, that's the thing. So that's the key to the game. Because if you value your tiles too high, nobody's going to bid on them.
Yep.
And you're stuck paying the money and you don't receive any money.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got no money to bid on other people's tiles.
Mm-hmm.
But if you value them too low, people are going to get them from you for such a low price.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at other people's boards, thinking about, I think people are going to want this tile, so you can value them higher, and so on. It's so good.
The game just scream your name.
I know. Yeah.
It's totally you.
It is very, very, very good. Again, it's got that auction mechanic in it. So that is my number 48, Isle of Skye.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, going up to 47. I don't think we own this game. I actually know this game from BGA.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Q-Birds.
Oh, I haven't played this.
I think there is dinosaurs too, but Q-Birds is the one I play and it's super cute.
Cool.
Guess what? The
What?
birds are cube shaped.
Of course.
Q-Birds.
Now,
So-
I played a game called Q-Bert. It was a video game when I was a kid, but
A bit different.
yeah.
So this one's very simple. It's very car management. You start with some cars of different birds, of different species. And basically what you're doing is you play the same species of birds into different fences. And you want to make the birds that's in between fly to you. And when you collect the such an amount of birds, then you can make a flock and then get the score from that.
Okay, cool.
But the catch is your opponent is gonna finish very quickly. As soon as they finish, they will force you to give up your cards and your plan. Everything just flush down to the toilet.
Weird.
It's
Cool.
very fun. I never won this game, of course.
Fair.
The end game, the objective is you can collect 7 different species of birds,
Mhm.
or 2 species, and each one has 3 birds of it.
Okay.
So, like I said, I never won this game. It's just for fun. I would just go up there and play. And, hey, I like these birds. Hey, I like these birds. But I never play very efficiently. I still love it though.
Fair enough.
That's cute birds.
Cool. Never played it. Sounds
You should
interesting
try.
though. Yeah, I should. Totally should. Okay. My number 47 is a crossover. Calico.
Calico.
Yeah, Calico is a great game. I'm surprised
Yeah.
that it's higher on my list than your list, but Calico is my number 47. It just burns my brain perfectly.
So good.
It's pretty to look at.
Yeah.
I love that you can play it with anybody.
Yeah.
We can play it with our kids. We can play it with more hardcore gamers. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
With our kids, I mean, because like you said, you can either go by patterns, you can go by colors,
Color,
or
yeah.
you can go by the scoring options in the middle.
Yeah.
So, but what our kids do is they just pick one.
Yeah.
You don't have to go for all 3,
You
right?
don't
It's totally
have
up to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think all round it's a great game for anybody, and
It's awesome.
I'll play it with
Anytime.
anybody. Anybody wants to play it, I'll play it.
It's
Yeah.
I know it's very brain burning, but it's also very relaxing to play.
Weird to say, yes, it is super relaxing. You can sit around and have a chat, no problem. But when it gets to your turn, you got to turn on your brain, and
Yeah.
it does burn your brain a little bit. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
47.
Cool.
46 is Chronicles of Evils.
Oh,
So this is from
yeah.
Rebel Studios, and it's very pretty to look at and very fun to play. It's very suitable for like family
Yeah.
or even just like what do you call it? Adventure, going through
Yep.
adventure. You are going to build your own player for. You
That's
can
the best
name
part.
it. You can prepare the backpack.
You can
choose.
color it and draw. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very cool.
I think you've mentioned it earlier in the video already.
I did,
But
yeah.
this one is up a little bit higher on mine because I do remember playing a couple times and it is so fun.
That is totally fair. It's our kids love it, and I love it, and it's very kind of family friendly Dungeons and Dragons-y
Yeah.
kind of. You're going out on expedition. Well, it's in 2 phases, right?
Yes,
So the first one is
yes.
going out and exploring and flipping the tiles over
Flipping
and seeing
tile,
what you
yeah.
get. But then the beast comes, and then you all have to run back to the castle and
Yeah.
defend the castle from the beast. Very, very
Yeah.
And you upgrade with new swords and shields and helmets, and very cool.
So cool. I love it.
Very good game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Chronicles of Evil.
Chronicles of Evils. That was your 46?
Yes.
My number 46 is this might go up higher on my list, but I haven't played it a ton.
Okay.
From Stonemaier Games, and that is Expeditions.
Excuse me.
What?
Expedition?
Yeah?
46?
Yeah?
Let me
Why?
Let me hold my jaws.
You think it should be higher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
you haven't seen the games on my list. No, like I said, it could go higher, but we haven't played it a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I love this game.
Shocking.
I love Expeditions.
Yes.
But I've only played it about 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
So it might go higher. But it is,
Sure.
it's in the same universe as Scythe.
Yes.
And it's just, it actually a little bit like Chronicles of Evil.
A little bit.
It's got all the tiles on the board and you're going out flipping them over to explore what's under them. But you are upgrading your mech and you are collecting meteorites to meld them together to get special special abilities, and you're going on quests and it's very, how do I explain it? It's got one of those mechanics where you can upgrade your mech up to 4 spots. You can go on 4 different quests, or you can meld 4 different meteorites, and each one of them helps you in a different way.
Yeah.
So but you can't just focus on one, but you kind of have to focus on all of them, but you do need some of them to go up higher than the others to do certain things. It's just really cool.
Yeah, you're right. It's very similar to Chronicles of
In
Evil.
a little bit that way, but
you need to take care of everything, not just focus on one spot.
Yeah, for sure. No, really, really good game. Again, it's a game when I'm done playing it, I just say, "Oh, brain, that was fun." It just makes me feel so good.
Yes.
And I really, really want to play it again. The only thing about this game is, and it has to be because of the way the cards are situated in between each tile, it's massive. It is a huge game.
Very big, yeah.
So if you don't have a large table, or at least if you have a small table, it might be difficult for you. But Stonemaier Games, production is top notch. I can see this going much higher on my list. I mean, I've got some great games coming up here, and I just haven't played it a ton. So, Expeditions.
Sounds good.
There you go.
We're going up to 45. It's Pret-a-Porter.
Oh, Pret-a-Porter, yeah.
It was my Grail game, and finally, I think it was either Christmas or birthdays. Anyways, late night, I was online, so I ordered it. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I decided to just buy it.
Cool.
Yeah, pinch my own side and buy it.
Yeah.
So it is fashion.
Yep, fashion
about
designers.
fashions. So you go in different cities to prepare your fashion shows, and it's not just looking pretty. It's very economic, like thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm not very good at money, so.
The looking pretty really has nothing to do with it.
No, it's a very good theme, but you you have to make money out of your design collection, the set. And the location, and you are also hiring, and you need to win the prize and the diploma. It is so much going on in there.
Yep.
So cool.
Yeah, it is good. It's really good. We've only played it with 2 players. I would like to play it with more players to see how it plays out. Great economic game.
Yeah. I just want it to be on my shelf.
Yeah.
And I'm glad now it's on my 45.
It's funny how some games like that, you've never even played them and you just want them in your collection.
I do.
Yeah.
It's like something. Okay, one day I'm going to retire and I'm going to be Pret-a-Porter every day. Okay?
Sure. Sounds good.
That's my 45.
Hilarious. Okay, 45. My number 45 is a very cute game. It is Flamecraft.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like Flamecraft. It's a lighter game. It's very family friendly. But I really enjoy it. I don't know, like it's pretty light, and you're taking your dragons and you're going to shops to get the resources, or you're casting spells. But I just love the shops because all the names of the shops have different puns on them. I love that all the dragons have cute little names on it. However, even though every dragon has a different name, based on its color, it has the same ability. So all the red dragons do the same thing. And that makes it easier.
I love that part.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're just it's basically recipe building to cast spells. And
Mhm.
I actually have dragon gold coins that I bought from Amazon that we use with it. I think
Yeah.
that really enhances the game.
Yes.
These metal dragon coins.
Clink clink.
Yeah, which are pretty cool.
It's very cool.
It's, you know, like I said, it's not the most complex game, but it just looks cool on the table. Every time we get it out, we have fun.
Yeah.
I just really, really enjoy it.
It is our next game to play with our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will play with them.
For
It is so
sure.
fun.
Yeah. So that is my number 45 is
Yay!
Flamecraft.
On fire.
Yeah. There you go.
My number 44. I think you only play some of them. Okay, my 44 is quite unique.
Some of them.
Yeah. My number 44 is Wild Duel. So there are 5 games in that big box.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Duel is only for 2 players.
Yeah.
There are 5 different themes. And
Yeah.
they're all very chess-like, puzzly movement. Very cool.
Like checkers, chess-like
Yeah.
board.
The
right?
majority is the movement.
Yeah.
So it's very puzzly. And I think that's the game that I introduced it to our youngest one.
Yeah.
And she hooked right away. And she always bring it out and want to play
Yeah.
this one.
You two play that game a ton.
Like, every
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much I want to cry a little bit.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, again? Okay.
Yeah. It's very abstract. Like it's very, just like you said, moving your tokens on
Yeah.
checkers or chess-like board.
Yeah.
And each game has its own little rules to
Yeah,
it.
it's
But
different. But it's very fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't complain when she want to play.
no.
It just, there was a while, it was like every day, every minute. I couldn't even go to the bathroom without her saying, can we play that again? Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I love it. It's very fun. So it's published by Treaser. You might know them better with Zoo Tycoons.
Yeah.
Which is another game that was published in 2023 and very popular with a lot of animal meeples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so check it out. Wild
yeah.
Duel.
Yeah, cool. Very
Love
cool.
it.
44. My 44. A second crossover.
What is it?
Nocturne.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's good.
up your alley.
It's totally up my alley. And again, we've only played the prototype
Mhm.
because we reviewed it for Kickstarter.
Yeah, and then we sent it back.
And then we will be receiving during fulfillment phase,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
happening anytime now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we haven't played it a lot. Not for lack of wanting to, but because we don't have it. We had to give the prototype back.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact this one will go higher on my list when I play it more.
Yeah.
It's got that really unique auction bidding mechanic that we were talking about, and I really want to explore that more.
Yeah. Play really quick, so
Yeah. So it's
easy.
already ahead of Calico for me, and
Mhm.
I love Calico. It's already ahead of Calico for me. It will probably be much higher, but it's we have to wait for it.
yeah.
We have live streamed it. You can go check that out.
Check it out.
Super fun, super great. Looks pretty on the table if you like auction bidding type games. But other than that, it's just set collections. So
Mhm.
it's pretty abstract, right? The theme,
Yeah.
but it's just that auction that I love.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's flat out games. The quality is again top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we only played the prototype,
Still already top
but
notch.
that was already fantastic.
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty much the final copy. But
I think so.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
So that's Nocturne for me. My number 44.
Yay.
Yep.
Number 43. You're gonna laugh. But I'm laughing too. This is a game that when I
I'm not
do
laughing
when I do the Pub Meeple, all I can think of is when I play, how I feel. So I play this a lot.
The excuses are coming out already.
This is the game that, like, even more than Wild Duel. Remember how I say how I cannot go to the washroom without her asking, can we play that? Okay. Number 43 is Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza. And if you cannot remember all that, you cannot win this game. Because you have to remember that.
Okay. 43?
I know! Are you laughing? I totally am.
I'm kind of crying.
I know! So this game, I am so sorry.
I think this just means you like hitting your kids because you're slapping the table so much.
I suck. So this is such an easy party game, may I say. you have a whole lot of cards and it's really easy to remember. You don't have to like try to remember the name. It printed at the back of the card. It's just taco, cat, goat, cheese, pizza in the order. And you're flipping the cards, taco, and the next player, cat, and the next one, goat. If you happen to say the same as the picture showing, you smack it as fast as you can, and whoever is the last one collect all the cards, and whoever get the most cards lost.
Right.
But here's a catch. There are 3 cards in this game. You have to do action. And that is the gorilla, which is doing this, and the groundhound, which is this, and then there's a narwhal.
Narwhal, yeah.
I can never react.
And if you
quick
don't
enough,
if you're the last one to do the actions, you lose.
Yeah, and I'm always
Yeah.
like losing at this point. Whenever those cards came out, I'm almost having heart attack because she's so quick, and
our youngest is very good.
It is.
Okay.
Just laughing.
So
43. I'm so sorry.
No, I know what you're saying, because every time you play this game, you are laughing and screaming
Super
and having fun.
Yes.
So
it doesn't have to be a heavy game or complex or beautiful.
Who can argue that? If you enjoy playing it and it's entertainment, that's all that matters.
And it's inclusive because party game is also a board game, right?
Yep. Fair enough.
There you go. My
Fair
43. I'm surprising myself.
I'm more teasing you than anything, because if you enjoy playing it, it should be on your list.
Yeah. There is not one time I cry when I play this game. I always giggle and chuckle.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun.
Totally. Cool.
43.
Okay.
What's yours?
I so wanted this to be higher on my list, but the problem is nobody will play it with me.
Oh, is it Rebellion?
No, I haven't played that yet. It can't be on my list.
That's so sad.
My number 43 is Arkham Horror 3rd Edition.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I really like this game, but I can only ever play it solo because Judy won't play it with me, because Judy really doesn't like this game.
Okay, I don't like being chased when you say I don't like it. It's fine. I just don't like being chased.
By
Cthulhu? Is that by Cthulhu?
It's a Cthulhu mythos, yes.
Yikes.
No, fair enough. I mean, I'm not blaming you for it, but that's why this can't be any higher on my list, because I just can't play it with anybody.
Let me call your friends.
So I like it because it's very deep. It's much heavier than a lot of the Cthulhu mythos games, like Elder Sign and that, where that's more just dice chucking. But this has like a modular board, and each board is connected by bridges and roads, and depending on where you go, you have different cards that come up. But then there's all these different phases where the news comes out and something happens, and then all of the evil ones come and chase you, like that's the part you hate. And it's very complex for those types of games. And I just love going deep, deep, deep into it. And I play it solo a lot, and it takes a while. I basically almost always lose, but you just bring new characters out and that kind of stuff.
We did play it Halloween, didn't we?
We have played it once. You've played it once. You told me you would never play it again. That's fine. But
that's scare.
Yeah, but I really, really like it. I wish it could be higher than 43, but I can't put it higher because no one will play it with me, and I don't get to play it enough.
So sad. Okay,
that's
fine,
okay.
I'll play with you.
No. Listen, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games. You don't have to play a game you don't want to play. It's still 43 on my list, and I still get to play it solo.
I'm just glad you have friends to play with.
Well, there are a few games that I have in my collection strictly for solo, right? Like Legendary, the Marvel deck building game. That's my solo go-to game. This is also one of them.
Nice.
That's all.
I'm glad they have solo mode.
Yeah. But that's 43. Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, 3E.
My 42, I always have a hard time to remember the name. It's Cartographer's Heroes.
Oh, Cartographer's Heroes, yeah. It's
Cartographer's.
It's just the Heroes adds one little element into it.
It's a sequel, yeah. So I think we all very familiar with Cartographer.
Yeah,
it's
flipping right.
Flipping right.
Yep.
And basically you're going out and arrange the patterns on your map sheet, and to meet the requirement for the objectives to score, and it's just adventurous.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
very
cool. And when you play it, you can make it very artistic on your map. So your forests can all be little trees, and you can make it look really pretty. But the heroes adds the actual heroes where they can shoot the bad guys.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. The monster or the
monsters.
creature.
Right,
Yeah.
which isn't in the original cartographers. It just adds another element.
Well, that's why they're heroes.
Yeah, it's
which
great.
Is fun. Yeah.
Flipping right, rolling right.
We play with our kids too. It was pretty good.
We actually took it on holidays with us.
Yeah.
Nice. It's great. It's a great flipping right. Yeah, good choice.
That's my 42.
Cool. My 42 is a cooperative game from Pandasaurus Games called The Loop.
Yeah.
I really enjoy
really love
The Loop. I really, really like it.
Dr. Foe.
Dr. Foe. Yeah. So in The Loop, there's a time continuum.
Yes.
And I love all the different eras. Like
it
has the medieval era. You've got Renaissance. It's got all the way up to the end of times. And Dr. Foe has this time machine that's going around. And that isn't actually, his time machine is a cylinder in the middle.
Yeah.
That rotates around the board, and throughout the game you're dropping rifts in it, and they come out different chutes.
Yeah.
And where they land is where you have to go around and try to get rid of the rifts before Dr. Foe ruins the fabric of time. It's so like the theme is so like, and I think this is why I love it. It's very like 1950s sci-fi.
Yeah. The art as well.
Yeah, it's very retro. The characters that you can play with each have their own special ability. The cards that you can collect are so cool. Like there's, the I think one of the force fields is like a stinky underpants or something like that. Like it's got all these really cool like goggles and all these things you can do. I don't know. It's nerdy, like that sci-fi nerdy that I love. This nerd theme's coming out. But anyway,
in this video.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. I remember having a lot of fun doing the live stream and doing the play. It was fun.
Oh, it's so fun. And again, I've played it a few times solo as well. It's really easy to play solo. We also have the expansion that comes with a bunch of new objectives as well. Like new ways to play, new ways you can win or lose, new characters you can play with.
One of the characters on wheelchair.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
There's twins. So you have two characters that could go around the board. It's very cool. I really, really like The Loop.
Yeah. I figure it will go on your board sometime soon.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great game. That was my number 42.
Okay. My number 41 is a crossover. Is Flamecraft.
There you go.
It is very fun. Like you say, it's cute and those puns in it is very cool.
Yeah.
At first play, I was a little bit overwhelmed by a lot of things going on. But luckily, like you said, the dragons has their own ability. They're the same. So you're actually repetitive. Yeah. So you're just kind of repeating the thing. It's just different names and all that. But it's very fun to bring to the table. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much of that is because it looks great on the table. Like it's a big, it's a play mat that rolls out, and that's the town, and then all the shops go in different parts of the town.
Yeah,
that's part of it. I'm sure it just looks cool on the table.
Yeah. There's more to it though. There's a lot of shop abilities and different plays. You get dragon. A lot going on.
Yeah, sure.
So my first play was quite overwhelmed, but after that, you get familiar with it, and you kind of it grow on me.
Okay, that's fair enough. I didn't quite do it justice by saying how light it was. I mean, there's enough going on. It's still a fairly light game.
Yeah,
but there is enough going on to make it a pretty good game. Yeah,
absolutely.
Cool.
That's my 41.
We had lots of crossovers today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
What's yours? 41.
My number 41 is a Steffenfeld game. Can you guess?
Bonfire.
No, it is Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. Notre Dame.
Good game. Really good game.
Yes.
Notre Dame is very Steffenfeldy. Like it feels like beige. A Steffenfeld game. Very beige.
Yeah.
You're going around your borough and Notre Dame is in the middle, so you're in France, and you're just collecting money and just doing different depending on where you go with your chariots, and you also have to put people into the middle, which is shared by Notre Dame, but
Yep.
it also has the plague, which comes back to hurt you at the end with rats and all. It's very Steffenfeld. But the cool thing about the game is the way the card mechanic works. It's card driven, and it's kind of like card drafting, where you have cards in your hand and then you're playing one, but then you have to pass them on to the other people, and then they can play those. And it's that really made it shine for me.
Yeah, player
there's a bit of player interaction in it. And then the board is a little bit different depending on how many players there are, because you only have enough boroughs for how many players you have. But it's just, I really click with Steffenfeld games, and it has that little punishing aspect of the plague that comes in, and you have to keep the plague down. And it's not my favorite Steffenfeld game, as you're going to find out later, but it is it's number 41, and it's a pretty fantastic game. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's it. Number 41 for me.
Nice. All right. So that is our 41 to 50 of our top 100 board games of all time.
That's right.
Tell us if any of those are on your list. If not, leave in a comment what are yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about board games. Until next time.
Go ahead and get another game off of your nerd shelf.
Take care.
Bye.